campaign designed to get your job openings noticed. For details, just reach out to your account manager. Put the power of radio and the internet to work for you at IllinoisJobPost.com.
You're finding Central Illinois. WHOW.
Top of the morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. My guest in studio today is Brent Cortes. He is the spokesperson for the Farmer City Heritage Days Committee. Good morning, Brent. How are you?
Very good, Seth. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
appreciate coming.
For sure. Thanks for coming out and talking with us. Farmer City Heritage Days, Brent. First of all, the when and where for 2026?
Well, I always say that Memorial Day is going to tell you when the summer festival season starts. So Memorial Day is next week. That means the following weekend is Farmer City Heritage Days.
Mm-hmm.
So it starts on a Thursday night. So we go Thursday through Saturday. So May 28th through May 30th.
Mm-hmm.
And where? Well, that was the big news last year. Last year we moved it out to the fairgrounds. So it was kind of nice having it downtown because easier for people to just leave their houses and come into it. The fairgrounds all the way up on kind of the northern end of town. But I think it's a lot better visitor experience to come because you can kind of select the things you want to go to and not have to crawl through the crowd that's there for something else because it's all on top of each other. So it went smashing last year. It was amazing out at the fairgrounds.
Very nice.
So doing it back out at the fairgrounds again this year, starting on Thursday.
There you go. Very good. So May 28th through the 30th, Heritage Days in Farmer City. Now the question becomes, Brent, what is Heritage Days? Maybe for folks that have never been and they're hearing about this for the first time. Tell us about it.
Well, let's take it back to 2012. So Farmer City was having its, and I love saying it, the Quasqui Centennial. I had no clue what a Quasqui Centennial was.
And by the way, I can tell you're a former radio guy because that just rolled off the tongue flawlessly. So
I've said it a few times.
Yeah,
it's a fun word to say. So we had our Quasqui Centennial, and the usual suspects put it on and did an amazing job. It was a huge celebration to the point to where they were looking at the next year going, well, what are we going to do next year? We didn't have a big celebration, but they wanted to have a big celebration. So Chris and Felicia and dozens and dozens and dozens of other people got together and said, let's do this thing. We'll call it Heritage Days and we'll start from there. So that was the beginning of it. It was actually a celebration for an anniversary that turned into just a regular annual celebration in Farmer City.
All right. Very good. And so what does Heritage Days entail? What kinds of things can we expect if we come out for this?
Well, let's do the soft start. Let's go to Thursday night. Thursday night, the fun part is from 5 to 7, there's a free community dinner. And it's just that, it's free. So show up and eat. If you wish, leave a donation for yourself or for your neighbor. But if you just want a free sandwich, go for it. That's fine as well. Sons of the American Legion will be serving for that as they always do. We got folks that paid for it. You got Pearl Trucking, you got Tim and Terry Green, you got Mylan Petro Org, you got McDonald's, you got KO Customs. This is going to be a reoccurring theme. Free. But that's because sponsors are paying for it. So if the first thing anybody ought to do is go to the farmercityheritagedays.com, go to the website, download the trifold. It's under the schedule section. And that trifold will show you the calendar of everything that's happening. And it'll show you all of those sponsors. And I'll tell you what, for my old eyes, they had to shrink the print. Yeah, exactly. To get to, to be able to show everybody that's in there and what they're doing. So the sponsors are critical and they have really come out in force this year. So that's
a lot of sponsors, man. I tell you.
Oh, it's amazing. And then that's not even all the event sponsors. So but now 6 o'clock is when the carnival, well, there's vendors and food trucks open at 4. That really is the first thing that happens on Thursday. 6 o'clock is a big night because carnival opens at 6. There's doing armbands until 10 o'clock. Now that's a big deal because if your kids don't have to go to school Friday, then that's the night that you want to get them out there, get them the armbands, and just let them go crazy for 4 hours. So that's happening. And then at the same time, you got the Dunk Tank sponsored by Inger Brothers. You got the Cakewalk being put on by some folks that I'm real happy with, the Miss Farmer City DeWitt County Fair Queen group. They'll be doing the Cakewalk, so lots of crowns and tiaras out there. And then I think I'll Touch a Truck. And I don't remember Touch a Truck being there last year. So I had to ask about that one myself, and I marked down. So Ritter Plumbing and Homes here in Clinton is actually sponsor of that. And what that is big equipment, heavy equipment, fire trucks, school buses, bulldozers, any farm machinery. They'll have things out there for, that normally you can see from afar. Well, you get to get up close and take a look at it, sit in the cockpit if you want. No driving. Nobody's going anywhere on these things, but you will get to kind of get up close and personal with some stuff. So really, Thursday night is a great community family night for bring the kids out, take a look at stuff, let them go crazy on the rides.
Okay. All right.
Friday.
Yeah. This is kind of when the fun really kicks in, right?
Little bit of a repeat with a twist. So 4:00 again is when the vendors and food trucks open and all. Just a quick note on parking. So there is a lot of parking out at the fairgrounds, but there is going to be a lot of people there. So always go to the fairgrounds first, and then we have overflow parking areas that we can send you to, and then there are shuttles that go on the regular to bring you from those areas. You might just decide to find out where one of those areas are and just park there anyway. But go to the fairgrounds first, because we may not have to be using overflow at that point. So head to that. But those will go until late, because we've got stuff coming up later on. The Grandstands Beer Garden open at 4:30. That's important because coming up at 6:30 in the grandstands is the rodeo. The grandstands were packed last year. I mean, packed. So you want to get there as early as you can to start filling in and find your spot in the grandstands for the rodeo. Because why? The rodeo is free and it's incredibly entertaining. So 5:00, the dunk tank is back open. 6:00 again is the carnival. No armbands on Friday, just to clarify. That's not going to happen again until Saturday. So Thursday's your armband night. Carnival back open at 6, rodeo at 6:30. And immediately following the rodeo. So the immediately following is, I wish I kept better notes from last year. I think it was like 8:30, 9:00 before the music started. Baum Chevrolet Buick is an amazing sponsor. They sponsor the stage for us for all the acts. And coming up on Friday is a band called Lakeview. There's a song that you might have heard of theirs called Home Team. That's the one that really gets the most play. And I do Blue Ridge football, so that's on my list. That's
okay, nice.
I always love it when a band's coming out and I'm like, I got a song that we use
that's
on
so
there.
Cool.
So Lakeview, it's country, but it's heavy country. I mean, they are Take No Prisoners. This is the 2020s outlaw country.
Okay.
So you listen to it and at first you think, oh, this is a metal band. Like, no, that's country.
Interesting.
These guys, I really enjoy it.
Okay, nice. So they're Lakeview on Friday night. On the main stage. Very good.
Now,
what else we got?
Saturday. Now it becomes kids time.
Okay.
At least in the morning, we're going to open up between 8 and 9 o'clock. Breakfast, coffee, food trucks, arts and crafts are going to open. Dunk tank opens up again in that zone. I think those that are in the dunk tank on Saturday morning are probably the braver people. I think it's different being dunked at 9 o'clock in the morning as opposed to like 3 in the afternoon. So
particularly late May, right?
Yeah, exactly.
When the mornings are still a little cool.
So get there, make their day, and hit them with that.
By the way, who is manning the dunk tank this year? Who do you have doing it?
I don't know. They don't give me an advanced list. That would be fun to have.
Yeah, right? Yeah,
like to know
who's
chief's on there.
Yeah.
Nathan always puts in his time. So
maybe the city administrator's on there. Sure.
So that's who you usually see in there. You'll see the usually the school resource officer ends up on there at some point in time. And, so there's a lot of folks that folks want to have a shot at.
For sure.
Okay, so big for families. Noon to 4 is like the big kid zone time. So Portillo's, of all things, and Rough Salon are sponsors for the overall kid zone. In there, you've got a cool thing called That Kid Place Mobile Sensory Museum. I've not gone through it. They tell me that the setup for that is that if you've got kids with all of their senses, fantastic, they still enjoy it. But if they are sensory impaired one way or the other, this is also a fantastic thing for them because it stimulates other things. So this is it's called, again, That Kid Place Mobile Sensory Museum, part of the noon to 4 kid zone. Joyful Bubbles, they added that a couple years ago. It was kind of fun when it was on Main Street. So if you fill a sink with suds and that, you get that top on there and all. Now imagine doing that at about a quarter of an acre worth of bubbles, and then just turn the kids loose. Just
scaling it, and putting kids in there. Man, that's
cool.
Downtown
it was kind of fun only because you see the bubbles flying up in the air and then sailing a few blocks away. It's interesting to see where the wind was going because now it's covered a little bit of suds.
That's cool.
But you do have that big area is going to be out there as well. Face painting, unique twist balloons, the Twisted H Farms mobile petting zoo will be there, and of course you get to feed the animals as well. So all that is noon to 4 on Saturday.
Is all of that free?
All that is free.
All
Again,
right.
reoccurring theme. You can come out and enjoy everything for free. You know, I mean, I'm doing some arts and crafts, so please buy those. But all the other events and all, because on here you'll see like Joyful Bubbles facial painting. Terry and Nicole Nance are paying for those. Unique Twist balloons. You've got Nature Beauty by Haley and Reynolds Farms. You got the Twisted H is sponsored by First State Bank of Forest, the Muhammad Branch, the Petting Zoo Food, Grooming by Elizabeth and Josh, and Lissa Bar Family there. So again, everybody has come together to give folks who show up and visit a quote free experience.
Yeah, nice. Very good. So that's just noon to 4 on Saturday. I'll tell you what, Brent, let's go ahead. So we're up to Saturday, mid-morning, late morning. No, we're into the afternoon. I'm sorry. We're into the afternoon on Saturday. Let's break. Come back and talk about the rest of the weekend. How do folks find all of these things we're talking about? I'm looking at it as well. How do folks find this?
Definitely go to farmercityheritagedays.com. And under schedule, you'll have a chance to go in and download the trifold. I suggest you do that. You'll want to have that on hand so you know where everything's at and when it's happening.
Easy enough. Again, Brent Cortes is with the Farmer City Heritage Days Committee, my guest in studio. More to come with Brent on the WHOW Morning Show.
WHOW. Your friend.
Spring into savings this May with a new Chevrolet. This is Scott Baum from Baum Chevrolet Buick in Clinton and Farmer City. Savings with a new car? Yes, with our fuel savings model like the Chevy Trax with 40 miles per gallon highway, the Chevrolet Trailblazer, and Chevrolet Equinox with 33 miles per gallon highway. And don't forget about our EV options, the Chevrolet Bolt and Equinox. Chevrolet, together let's drive. BaumChevyBuick.com, right from the start.
DeWittDailyNews.com is the area's leading local news source 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the latest local news, obituaries, police blotter, weather forecast, and more with no paywall. Head to DeWittDailyNews.com to get the local information you need to know.
Netflix buffering, YouTube spinning, devices not connecting, Zoom calls dropping. Ugh, it's frustrating. Let's end your frustration by signing up for fiber internet in Clinton. Click the Connexus icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Your friend in Central Illinois. WHOW.
Once again, a good morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Again, my guest in studio today, Mr. Brent Cortes. He is the spokesperson for the Heritage Days Committee in Farmer City. All right, Brent, we got to Saturday, the Kids Zone from noon to 4. Let's dive into more of what's happening on Saturday for Heritage Days. Again, coming up May 28th through the 30th, and it all wraps up on the 30th. So let's get into the afternoon that day.
There are some other kids things happening. So again, noon to 4 is where the main kid zone's happening, but the carnival will open at noon as well. And there will be armbands again from noon to 4. So it's a great time to have the kids out there.
How much are armbands?
Don't know.
Okay.
Good question.
Okay. Fair enough.
And then they will take a break between 4 and 5 for dinner. So the carnival will shut down, and then it's back up at 5 o'clock. Armbands are over. But again, that's during the kid zone from noon to 4. Now, here's a really fun thing that I think was new last year, if not the year before, and that is the Bellflower Lions Club Kiddie and Adult Pedal Tractor Pull.
Oh, nice.
So this is a great spectator event. Even if you're not brave enough to hop on and do your best, definitely come watch. So registration for that is at 12:30 if you think you or your child would like to do this. The pulls happen at 1. Wireless Data Net is sponsoring those. So yeah, come on out and watch that. So again, Kids Zone opens at noon, 1 o'clock. You got some pedal tractor pulls going on. The car show, always a big deal in Farmer City. Jimmy puts on just an amazing job. Baum Motor Company is sponsoring that as usual. Registration for the car show is 10 to 1. The show itself officially starts at 2 o'clock, and then it'll go until 4 when they announce the awards. Car show is amazing. They do a great job at that. So great thing to see. Now the shuttle service for overflow parking officially starts at 4 o'clock. And again, go to the fairgrounds and just make sure that there's, parking there first. They'll guide you to an overflow lot if need be. And then they're going to just run shuttles from there just constantly, and those shuttles will go late. I think they say until at least 11:30. Why?
Okay.
Because some of those folks are going to be sticking around and wanting to watch some music later on.
Mhm.
So yeah, go to the fairgrounds first, and then if you need to be guided to an overflow, then they'll take you out there.
Sure. What else you got?
Grandstands open at 4:30,
Mhm.
and again, good idea to get into the grandstands early because they will fill up. The
Mm-hmm.
rodeo, by the way, have you ever seen mutton busting before?
Not that I'm aware of. Maybe I haven't. I don't know it.
It's a strange term, but
Yeah.
it is. You're basically riding sheep. This is a kids event.
Oh, sure.
You don't
yeah.
put a guy the size of us on top of a sheep, but you'll put little kids on sheep.
Uh-huh.
So like the bull riders, scaled up.
Uh-huh.
This time you're putting the kids out there. So there's bronco riding, there's
Uh-huh.
bull riding, there's mutton busting.
Okay.
Have you ever seen a one of those longhorn cattle? One
Oh,
of those
sure,
big,
yeah.
big
Uh-huh.
Texas things
Sure.
and all. You see them in person, it's altogether different from looking like Bevo on TV. These
Mhm,
things are massive.
Mhm.
Last year, I don't know if he's going to be back this year. I don't know the scheduled events or all this stuff, but last year we got to see a couple of those longhorns
Mhm.
standing on the top of their cattle trailer.
Oh, really?
They guided them up there. It was the most amazing thing to see. So
Wow.
there's just spectacle like you wouldn't believe with this rodeo. These guys are real pros. It's a lot of fun and,
All
and
right.
some really super talented entertainers,
All right.
including of course the clowns.
All right. So so rodeo is what time?
6:30.
6:30. All
So
right.
again, go
All right.
6:30 until 8:00, 8:30ish,
Okay.
and then immediately following music at the Baum Chevrolet music stage, and that is going to be Randy Hauser. So Randy
right.
has been in the area a few times here in the last
Mhm.
several years, but he has a great following. He's a really good entertainer. That's the
Mhm.
big key to him is
Mhm.
is the fact that his music's good, his show is even better. So
Mhm.
he's one you want to come see live, and that'll be Saturday night.
Saturday. Do you know when he'll take the stage?
Again, it's kind of a guess, usually about 9:00
Okay.
ish.
All right.
So
All
what they
right.
do is they you got the rodeo going on, and that's kind
Mhm.
of in front of the grandstands on what is the horse track.
Mhm.
And then after the rodeo, they'll clear all of their stuff out of the way. And then
Mhm.
there is VIP. So you can get tickets to go out onto the horse track and be right up in front of the stage.
Okay.
Or you can sit in the grandstands and just watch for free.
Do you? Yeah, I was gonna say so free entertainment that
Yeah.
night as well. All right. All right. Very good. What? Again, Brent Cortes is the spokesperson for the Farmer City Heritage Days Committee. Our guest in studio today. We talk Heritage Days coming up Thursday, May 28th through Saturday, May 30th. A lot of things are free. What should folks anticipate having cash or card for the weekend?
Definitely for food,
Mhm.
because there's lots of food vendors there. A wide array of food vendors. So
Mhm.
enjoy those. And then there's arts and crafts you want to spend money on. You also want to have something ready for the carnival, which again, I don't know the prices, but maybe on the website or just be prepared.
Mhm.
But those are the big things that you'll probably spend money on. Or the dunk tank. You
Mhm.
might put some cash into buying some balls to be able to dunk somebody that you really want to dunk.
Very good. Will the dunk tank schedule be released before Heritage Days?
I don't think so. I don't think
Okay.
there's an official schedule.
Got it.
I think when you go there, you can ask and they'll tell you,
Fair
oh
enough.
yeah, you know what? Coming up at 3 tomorrow.
Yeah,
If
fair
you
enough.
really want this guy.
Find somebody you know and ask them who's coming. Very good. Very good. Brent, such a great weekend lineup and all the things happening. You were telling me in the break that the village of Farmer City will triple its population just this weekend. What makes Farmer City Heritage Days such a success?
Consistency. I mean, it has put on a great show, if you will, just for now 14 years. And so, it just doing it year in, I guess 13 years, this will be 14, but yeah, doing it year in, year out, having a consistent quality of great stuff going on. So people know to expect it. Plus, it is the first summer festival. It is the kickoff to the season. So I think people have been, cooped up long enough. I think they're ready to get out and do some things. So
Very
it's
good. Yeah.
virtue of being the first on the block.
Sure. Absolutely. Tell me about the committee a little bit. When do you start, this process of planning these things? At this point, does the festival just kind of run itself and it's just a matter of kind of plug and play, if you will? Tell us about that a little bit.
Nothing runs itself.
Sure, fair enough.
That is for
Yeah.
sure. And I will tell you, next year's planning will start the weekend of the festival. As things are going, they're constantly taking notes over what happens. From a visitor standpoint, it feels seamless. It feels like, wow, this is really together. They've got it. I will tell you, at the peak of it, you've got Chris and Felicia, the two ladies that just absolutely have it all together. And they're like ducks on water. You don't see the paddling like crazy going on underneath. So they make it feel smooth for everybody else. But they and I give it to just the dozens and dozens and other people that are there to either volunteer for pure volunteer, or some folks are part of an organization that's getting paid a little bit to be there to volunteer for their organization.
Sure.
And they make it all happen. So from a visitor standpoint, it feels just smooth as could be.
Yeah.
From their standpoint, they are just constantly working on things and making it happen. And you're right, the planning literally begins for next year when this year's event is happening.
Yeah,
They
probably
start
that Sunday,
changing
Monday right after, right?
Well, during the event, they're writing down
Or
notes,
they're doing that, yeah.
It all happens on the spot.
Sure.
And again, I'm just a spokesperson. I take no credit for the planning and the smoothness of things happening and all that. I'm just the mouthpiece that they tell, here's what people need to know. So I give it all to the volunteers and to the people in charge for really making it happen.
Still need volunteers for this year's event?
There's probably always a need for a person or two. And again, that would be we get into the site, onto the farmercityheritagedays.com, some contact information on there. If you feel like, hey, I really want to do something there, for the most part, if you are in Farmer City, you have been contacted repeatedly for the last year.
Yeah.
So there's nobody over there that doesn't know that there's a position or something that needs to be done.
Fair enough, sir. I tell you what, I got 1 minute with you. What did I miss here this morning you want to put out there for us?
Well, the big thing is that it's Heritage Days. This is about Farmer City. It is all about showing off our small town, the hospitality that we present. We're proud of Farmer City. The folks that are putting it on are folks that were dyed in wool and grew up there and really just want people to see Farmer City and get an idea. Don't forget to go downtown. Take a look at the stores while you're here. There are some really neat stores in downtown Farmer City. So enjoy the whole town while you're there. So take advantage of that. If you're going to come and show up for the kids stuff at noon, come into town at 10 o'clock, 11 and stop up and see some of the stores and things that we have to offer in our city as well.
Very good. Very good. Well, I'll tell you what, on that note, Brent, again, one more time, dates for Heritage Days and how folks get information.
We start on May 28th. It would be Thursday night, and that's the community dinner and all of that. And then it goes through Saturday, all the way until Randy Hauser calls an end to it Saturday night on the stage.
Yeah.
And farmercityheritagedays.com is where you'll get all the information you need.
Brent Cortes is the spokesperson for Farmer City Heritage Days, our guest in studio this morning. Again, the morning show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance.
It's WHOW.